Wow, it's been a while since I've uploaded a Dark Sean. Let's see. We'll see that later. Well, welcome to a new episode of Dark Sean, and today we'll be doing the debate. Well, according to my notes, it's my 124th debate, but that's just the official ones. The unofficial beta test ones were annoying too, and I kind of messed up them too much too. So I decided to actually recreate these like a few months ago, but then I kind of stopped for a month, and so here I am back now with this debate, the 124th debate. Have Christmas light displays gone too far, or what I like to say, HCLDGTF. Yeah, that should work too. Have Christmas light displays gone too far? Maybe I should have done this in Christmas. Oh well, all these debates are outdated anyway. Let's start. So let's start with the story. It's 1883, and this guy named Edward Hibbert Johnson strung literally 80 light bulbs that around Christmas. It's 1883, and the colors were red, white, and blue. These are the first Christmas lights in the whole world. Also, back then, lights were kind of expensive too. Turns out the only reason he got to afford all these 80 light bulbs, one light bulb was pretty expensive to be honest, was that he was a friend of Thomas Alva Edison. Or T-A-E-K. And as I said, these were the first electric Christmas lights. And these days, well, lights are kind of cheaper and they're almost literally everywhere. I mean, there's one up there, there's one up there, there's one up there, there's one up there. Technically, there's one up here too. Also, it's more of a screen LED thing. And there's one even there. There's literally all of them everywhere. When you turn on the TV, there's electric lights. When you turn on your phone, there's electric lights. Yeah, okay, I'm getting away. Nowadays, even Britain, the United States of America, China, Korea, South Korea, I'm talking about, not sure about North Korea, UAE, literally every country that's kind of developed and has electric lights almost has completely filled the streets of electric lights. In fact, Byron Road, which is in the UK, has over 100,000 flashing lights. Although I think this has like a little, maybe not 100,000, but this still has a lot. And now that I've wasted 2 minutes explaining the whole topic to you, now let's go to the fact that lots of people are actually saying that there's a lot of light pollution and stuff, but I'll leave that to the debaters. And so let's start with affirmative. Okay, there's no need pretending that I'm not affirmative. Okay, let's start with number one. Number one fact is that the energy, because light bulbs use a lot of energy and people charge dollars for energy and lots of money for energy, is a waste of energy. They're not for practical use other than for decorations. It's also kind of putting out on trees. It's not very natural too, unless it's actually a Christmas tree. Also, birch trees. I think this is a little overdoing too. It's also kind of a waste of energy too. There's lots of energy waste because we don't have that much money too. And even if you did, well, you're gonna harm the environment, because that goes to option number 2, which would be that there is light pollution. Squirrels, animals, any animal that lives there would actually be affected by this light pollution. Now think about this. Light pollution. And that's too much light in my opinion. And now look at me. I'm actually a little too bright, don't you think? Let me take a screenshot. Okay, that won't work. Well, at least a lot of things seem to be working out for a long time. There's lots of things such as this light pollution. I'm gonna do this on purpose too. But then also those light pollution is also that kind of cause number 3. There are also There are also a nuisance to neighbors, because let's say it's the neighborhood. I'm recording this currently at 12:40, so that's kind of a bad thing for me. There are neighbors. I can't do the board one right now because that will wake up my neighbors. But also, I'm not sure I have any anymore. But I still have neighbors upstairs and downstairs who still annoy me every day. It's just that I don't complain because I still don't understand them. One thing I'm sure of is that if I talk too much and too loudly here, which is why I'm going to have to make these debates quick, is that I'll wake them up and I'll annoy them so much to the fact that they'll probably annoy me back, which I don't want to. So that's from the affirmative position. Now let's go and see it from the perspective of the negative position. Well, here we are. now it's time to go negative. What I want to say is that people enjoy putting up Christmas lights. Wow. They get everyone in this Christmas spirit, like, la, la, la. I should sing this more and should make a Christmas video, a Christmas special too. Well, that's kind of not gonna happen. And also, I gotta have to say too, some Christmas lights actually use LED light bulbs instead of the actual fluorescent light bulbs too. Fluorescent light bulbs can actually burn. LED light bulbs don't burn at all. Instead, they don't just burn out. They kind of like, they only turn it off when there's no light source or something happens to it. Anyways, LED light bulbs are actually way better than the fluorescent light bulbs too that most people actually associate with Christmas lights. Also, LED light bulbs most nowadays are more commonly used for these Christmas lights than every light, to be honest. That's an LED light bulb light there too. It's that these are more cleaner, more energy efficient. They use the same amount of if they use the same amount of energy from the fluorescent light bulbs, they still make brighter lights. That's nice too. And they're also cleaner for the environment because they're not very damaging to the environment too, other than the light pollution problem. And so if you put too many LED light bulbs in one place, there'll still be light pollution. But what else I can say is that it doesn't do too much light pollution. I mean, if you put this many LED light bulbs, there will still not be that much light pollution. In fact, it'll be less brighter. And that proves that it is more eco-friendly. And lights are a very big part of the Christmas celebration. It does an awesome job at doing everything that it can do because it has a great job in doing Christmas celebrations too. And now here are the results that I've actually found online from a previous poll. Here we go. Turns out that only 33% of people say that Christmas light displays have gone too far. The other 67% say that, well, it didn't go that far. It's okay. It's a Christmas spirit. And so I have to say that the negative position wins. And I'm actually pretty glad because I will definitely not get used to LED light bulbs being everywhere. See you soon. Should I now? Peace. Da 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 da.